on to After the Island. If you are new here, my name is Elizabeth.
I'm Alex.
And we were on the pilot season 1 of Love Island USA, but we are back to cover the new season this summer.
Season 3, baby, let's go!
Yes, so welcome to our new studio. This is just not our actual one, but a special episode we're doing in a different room, but we're going to be with Slash Studios this summer, bringing you After the Island.
Yes, I can't wait for you guys to see our real studio. We just didn't want to give it away yet. We needed like a little surprise for you.
A little bit more hype like leading up to it, you know, for when the show actually drops.
Yeah.
So before we jump into everything, let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors we'll be having this summer.
Rich Honey! Woo! We have a budget check. Let's go!
So the first one being HelloFresh, which is
America's #1 meal kit delivery service.
And then we also have BetterHelp, which is online professional counseling services.
Which we could all use.
Yes, we could all use a little bit of that. So After the Island is brought to you by Forever Dog Podcasts. You can find their podcasts at foreverdogpodcast.com or wherever you listen to podcasts, and they have tons of podcasts on comedy and culture and just all of the above. So make sure you check them out on social and follow along with Forever Dog.
Woo! And just like last season, we will be live After the Island every single day, Monday through Friday, at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys don't catch the live stream, it'll be available immediately after, right on YouTube, or you can listen to it anywhere you can listen to a podcast, Apple, Spotify, any podcast streaming. You can find it there.
Yes, so if you're busy this summer, like all of us will be with things opening up, and you miss one of our lives, don't worry. It will still be living on YouTube right after. And then also, you know, on all the podcast platforms that Alex just mentioned.
While you're living that vaxxed and waxed life.
Oh my God. I've never heard that.
Vaxxed and waxed, baby.
That's hilarious. So before we jump into the new cast, let's do a quick little wrap up of where last year left off.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Very interesting. So if you're a Love Island fan, especially of the US, then you would know all of the couples are unfortunately broken up.
Seems to be a trend happening in season 1 and 2. Hopefully season 3 can break the curse.
Yes, what a bummer.
And someone gets married.
Yeah. So we all saw those splits, you know, over the past few months and have kind of seen where everyone has come since then. I think we are excited to see where some of the Islanders will end up on future CBS shows, which we have some leads for, but, you know, we'll not be sharing with you guys yet. And then we have some other, like, random life updates. We just saw Sally and Justine on a Modelist magazine photo shoot over in Puerto Rico. That was awesome. They also announced their As You Should podcast that will be coming out. We can't wait to listen and be a part of that and have them on as future guests.
So excited for them.
We also have Mackenzie competing in a Miss Arizona USA.
Miss Arizona USA.
Pageant life.
I think there's 2 different ones.
Very
so it's
fitting
like
for her.
Yeah, no, she's gonna kill it. And Faith is like her coach.
No way.
Yes, Faith from Casa Amor ended up like basically being her pageant mom and has taught her almost everything.
Okay, that's hilarious. I did not know that. But
it's
when
amazing.
We spoke to Faith, we even loved her because she's so well spoken.
Yes, she kills it every time.
Awesome. And then let's...
Oh, the villa.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's touch on the villa. So, Hawaii. Absolutely crazy. So, you know, we first hit Fiji, tropical storms all summer, you know, remote destination dreams, and you get there and it's just pouring rain. Terrible, but we still squeezed in some epic dates here and there. And then what a contrast then to Vegas the following year for season 2, where it's full lockdown, you know, the extent of the date was a dinner that you could do. There was
in the
nothing,
casino.
You know, in the casino for most, you know, of the dates, aside from the epic dates at the end, but what a different, you know, array of things. And now we're going to be in Hawaii. So I'm really looking forward to these dates. I hope they have, you know, more waterfalls, more helicopter rides.
For sure.
More extravagant outings before just those final epic dates.
Yeah.
Which would be really cool.
Well, and we're so curious. We have not gotten to see the villa yet.
We have not.
But we have seen some rumors swirling around that it's a villa that Justin Bieber and a bunch of other celebrities have stayed at before. It has a water slide in the pool.
I am going to be so jealous.
I'm jealous.
They have a water slide.
She's still looking for her pool floaties.
Yeah, I'm still looking for the pool floaties.
And they have
water
a
slide
full waterfall next to it. But who knows if that's going to be it. That's just the rumors. But If it is, we're in for a stunning view.
Yes. So for this next portion, we are going to be explaining Love Island by going through a speed round of Love Island keywords.
And lingo, the rules that
Yes.
you need to know if you have not watched the show before. You're going to get all of the information you need right here in a fast flash round. Let's go.
And if you do watch, you better know these answers. All right, Alex, you're up first.
Okay.
Couple up.
Okay, so coupling up is when you meet a guy in the villa and you both like each other and you're basically dating, but you're coupled up and you hope that no one comes in and breaks you up.
Yes.
I got a text.
Oh, okay, so you're in the villa and you have a phone that's not a real phone, it's a fake phone, but it still gets text from, like, the voice of God is what we call the people that come through the speaker and tell us what we're supposed to do every day. So you get a text and it will tell you what you're doing, whether it's a challenge, fire pit, where someone might get dumped, or a date. And you have to scream it on the top of your lungs.
Yes. Rule.
Beach hut.
Beach hut is the worst thing ever. That's where you go to the confessional and look at the camera and cry.
And tell them how you feel.
Yeah, and tell everyone your feelings. And you walk out like, oh my God, what did I just do? All of America's seeing that. Yeah, that's where we basically recap all of the challenges.
And talk all your beep.
Smack croc. Hello?
Smack.
Smack croc.
What is that?
I meant to say smack talk. Voting.
Okay, so there's an app that you have to download. It's the Love Island app for the USA, and you have to download it in order to vote. You have to be a U.S. citizen, I believe, and you have to vote before the next episode airs, and it will be voting on, like, favorites or outfits or voting for who goes home sometimes. They, like, switch
Trick
it up.
question.
Or favorite couples and stuff.
Trick question.
Okay.
Do the Islanders get to vote sometimes?
No. Oh, yes. I was like, they don't get the app. You don't have a phone, a real phone. Yes, so the Islanders on some weeks will have to decide who goes home as a collective group.
Yes.
ARIELLE.
The scariest human being. You never want to see her walk into the villa. You're screwed. You're going home.
But she's also the hottest.
Yes, the hottest person who walks in, all the guys will look at her and you are either being sent home or being told really bad news.
Yes. And her outfits are always great.
Yes.
I live for her outfits.
Fire.
All right. I'm ready. Hit me.
Matthew Hoffman.
I love Matthew Hoffman. He's the narrator of the show. He's hilarious. He's the one behind the camera cracking all the jokes the entire time, making fun of everybody, and he will keep you laughing throughout the entire season. He's great. Fire pit.
The fire pit is where awful things happen as well. Wow, by getting all of these. You are sent home at the fire pit. You make really tough decisions at the fire pit. ARIELLE is probably sending you home at the fire pit.
Yes. And you have to get really dressed up for all of it at the fire pit.
You are dressing for prom every time you go around the fire pit.
Yeah. That's so true. Okay, next one.
Okay. Bombshell.
Ooh, this is a bad one. Well, it's like good but bad. It's when the really hot people drop in out of nowhere and they're supposed to stir everything up. So they save the, like, doozy people that just, like, drop in out of nowhere, like a bombshell. You know, like it's a bomb going off in the villa, basically. Yep. And it just, you know, mixes everything up. Challenges.
Challenges are also sometimes the worst. There's a food challenge where you physically have to put food in your mouth and transfer it into the guy you are coupled up with's mouth. There are strip teases, which are always hilarious. Calvin, shout out to Calvin's last year.
Yeah, oh my gosh, Calvin, you grinding on everybody. That was something. Yeah, the challenges are fun, or the games. And then there's also dates that Love Island has. I don't know if we were able to touch on that in the speed round. And then also the way the Islanders first enter the villa is they'll throw the girls in first, all 6 of them, 5 or 6, will stand on these little plates once they're all in, or circles, and then they will feed the boys in one by one. ARIELLE will bring the boys in, and the girls can choose to either step forward or stay in place if they're interested or not. And then the guy from there can decide who they would like to couple up with and become the first couple. So that's how you originally couple up.
It's like going to a meat market and picking out which one you want.
It's like an auction of men. Yeah, exactly. Meat market. It's disgusting. What do we also think about the personality types of the people that will be casted onto this season?
My take on this, I think the production team's going to go all out. I think they are going to bring in firecrackers. And I know we said that last year, But there weren't as many firecrackers. Like, it was
Yeah.
definitely entertaining, but it was kind of the situations that they got put into. But I think they're going to bring some people in that are going to set the villa ablaze.
Yes. I feel like from season 1 to season 2, you finally get... So season 1 didn't really have anyone that was like, I am here to mess it all up.
No, yeah, no.
Season 2, you had people at least saying they wanted to screw it all up. And season 3, I think, will actually get people acting on that. I think there'll be more tears and more drama than ever this year. And we also have, Alex and I were talking earlier, we think they'll be rotating out people pretty quickly this season. I think we'll see a lot of cast members come in and out, and that this, like, original cast won't be the full originals that stay all the way to the end. So we'll get to see a lot of personalities and people come through.
I think it's really going to mirror the UK version. The way that they have started to do it is you have your OG cast and people get connected to them, but not in the way that they have in the past, because they're moving them out fast.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see a lot of different people end up at the end that weren't the OGs.
Yeah, I feel like Alex and I have some tips and pointers, or what would you call it? People sending in, predictions of, spoilers of who we think is coming. And there are some strong people they have picked out that we see coming in and just really stirring things up.
And we have no idea if they actually are, but we're such sleuths that we're looking around, we're watching stories, we're like, this seems a little fishy. So if our predictions are right,
we're going to be screaming and being like, I knew it!
There's going to be craziness.
It's so funny how we'll watch their stories and be like, do we think someone's already posting from their account?
Yeah,
or do we
exactly.
think it's still them?
Yeah.
And
I think someone's posting for them.
Yeah. And just looking for the red flags and, does this look like a hotel room they could possibly have? Is this a workout facility at a hotel, or is this their actual gym we've been seeing? Speaking of hotel rooms, I remember the food they gave us in the hotel rooms.
Awful.
Terrible.
Awful.
And it's funny that the food was bad on season 1, bad on season 2. I wonder what it will be like for season 3. I don't know why I'm thinking about food.
Well, if they need someone, HelloFresh delivers.
I think Love Island should maybe consider using HelloFresh for all their Islanders. So speaking of HelloFresh, one of our sponsors, HelloFresh delivers fresh, pre-measured ingredients and delicious seasonal recipes right to your door. Not only do they cut out the stressful meal planning, they also cut out grocery trips, so you can actually enjoy cooking and get your meal ready in just 30 minutes or less. So here's like one of the little bags that'll come in. They give you these little info cards of recipes. I texted Alex the other day because we tested it out, obviously, and I was like, did you do one of the meals yet? And she was like, yeah, I did. And I was like, let me guess what meal you made. And we both made the same meal first.
We made a chicken. It was
we
so
made the chicken
good. It was like a chicken crusted.
It was
I
awesome.
don't even know. It was amazing.
It was awesome. So these fresh ingredients are sourced directly from growers and delivered from the farm right to my door each week. You just have to try it. It's America's #1 meal kit.
Just go to HelloFresh.com/AfterTheIsland14 and use the code AfterTheIsland14 for up to 14 free meals plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/AfterTheIsland14 and use code AfterTheIsland14 for up to 14 meals plus free shipping.
Speaking of numbers and getting 14 meals, I'm already jumping back into thinking of the ratios.
Of the girls and guys?
Is there 12 or 14 people? There's 12, right?
There's 12, but there's 7 guys, correct?
And 5 girls.
5 girls.
So that means 2 of the guys will be coming in as bombshells.
Yes.
So I guess we could go over all of who we think that will be, but let's finally jump into the cast. I think we're ready. Let's finally meet the Islanders.
Woo.
This makes me so nervous. I don't know why every time there's new people, my heart just drops and I get like butterflies.
I know. I'm jealous.
I'm so jealous.
But I'm so excited because the adrenaline that they must be feeling right now, going into the villa, all hyped up. They're going to meet some men, meet some women.
Oh, they're like hyped up, glammed up, and probably like horned up since they've just been like trapped in a room for so long.
It's so true.
Literally you see any man walking, you're like, yeah, he's hot. So let's first off meet the women. So we got to watch their tapes, and that's kind of what we're going off of. We went through their social profiles to learn a little bit about them, and we reached out to their friends and families to submit some interesting facts as well, just to kind of introduce these women and men to you one by one.
Yes.
So for this breakdown, let's start with Trina.
Yeah, so me personally, Trina stood out the most to me.
Yeah.
She was super confident. She came across, she's extremely smart, obviously. Yeah. She's a psychiatric nurse. She's 25, And she just gave off good energy, and she was so confident, but it wasn't overbearing at all. Like, it
wasn't down your throat.
Perfect. Yes. So I could see her doing extremely well. I would be shocked if she's not one of the first girls to walk into that villa.
Oh, she would totally be the first one.
I think she's gonna be.
I think she'll be one of the first two, riding up in a Jeep, something,
Yes.
along the first couple of people. But you're right. I really noted on her confidence. It wasn't cocky. It wasn't like arrogant. It was very true to herself. Like, she knew herself, and that made us already like her right off the bat in this like 5-second tape that we saw. So the second girl is Olivia that we have. She gives me major Moira vibes.
I could see that. I don't really remember her video.
So she's from Alaska.
Okay.
And she said Alaska girls kick ass.
Yes.
Which I love.
She did. Okay, that was funny.
So she's an independent business owner. She's 28. She seems very mature. So I love the whole scenario she said in her tape where she has this like false idea of like what's gonna happen. She's like, so I'm gonna meet a guy, he's gonna be obsessed with me, but then he's gonna be like flirting with other girls to make me jealous, so then I'm gonna get jealous. And she's like, it sounds toxic, but I love it. And I'm like, wow, I think like that.
Same.
Like, I'm like, yes, I want you to be obsessed with me, but yes, I want you to make me jealous and have this like, whirlwind of emotions and love stirring up. Like,
same.
I love it. And she was like, I just hope that I accidentally fall in love. And I think that's the best thing anyone going into Love Island could say. This was my favorite thing about her that she said too. She said they asked her, they kind of feed you back questions during these tapes when you're filming them, and they kind of challenge you a little. And someone says back to her, what if you're not the prettiest girl in the villa? Because she's like, I think I'm, good looking, I'm beautiful. Right. And they're like, well, what if you're not the prettiest? And she goes, I don't have to be the prettiest. She was like, I probably won't be. She was just like, okay with it. She goes, if I'm not, then I'm okay with it. And I was like,
love that.
Wow. I was like, that just made her even more confident and just like beautiful inside and out to me.
Yeah. All right. So the Kira.
Yeah.
We have another Kira.
How did they find another Kira?
I don't know.
Well,
I really don't
Hawaii,
know.
So.
That's true. That's true.
They had to go to Hawaii to find another one.
She's 23 and she's a COVID relief worker, which is very cool and interesting and very current.
Yeah, very respectable.
I think it's a very, don't want to say calculated, but it makes sense with like us leaving the pandemic, and it gives her a lot to talk about that everyone can relate to.
Yeah.
That's something that she probably has that's probably going to stand out and put her at the top of connecting with people.
Definitely. So she also noted that she was born and raised in Hawaii, and we'll touch on it in a little bit, but there's some other islanders that are from Hawaii. I wonder if they overlap at all. But she said that her DMs are crazy and that she's had some celebrities in the DMs. So I know she can't say it on their show, but maybe if she ever gets voted off or, dumped, hopefully not, Kira. But if you do, hopefully you can come on here and tell us who those were, because I'm curious. I always like to know that. I'm so nosy.
Or it's part of a challenge. And
or it's part of a challenge and we know it. Oh, access baggage.
Yes.
I think that might be my favorite challenge.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite too.
But I love the striptease one and the food.
Yeah.
So I can
honestly, they're all great.
They're all great. So there was one other thing she said. She used the word wholeheartedly, and I think a piece of me like just cringed and because if you watch my tape backs, the only word you hear over and over, like it just sticks out, is wholeheartedly. So now every time I hear it, I'm like almost like word scarred.
You have PTSD.
Yes, I have PTSD for the word wholeheartedly, so I just wanted everyone to know that.
That is hilarious.
I can't do that word. So Kira, her friend, yes, it was her friend, not her family, is running her Instagram account. We asked them all for some fun facts to share with you guys, and she gave us a few that were pretty good.
Okay, interesting. She's an expert pasta maker.
Yeah, wow.
I'm going to have to put her to the test.
She wants to go to Italy as her, like, dream destination. So this got me thinking, too, maybe, like, Will and her could connect, because if she's so adventurous and she's like island girl, whatever, and Will is moving from he's Latin, so I'm not sure where he's from, but he's coming here from somewhere,
right?
That I feel like that just goes with the adventure seeking. I mean, you have to be an adventure seeker if you're willing to move to a new country,
right?
So I'm like, okay, maybe I could see them getting paired together. She would give an arm for Nobu, but her weakness is oysters. Really
okay, so
one.
she loves Nobu.
Yes, she loves Nobu. And then she's a huge Disney girl. So am I. I'm like, I relate. And then
I'm not.
She's like the biggest Star Wars fan. I've never even seen Star Wars though, so that's not.
I've seen
Disney
Star Wars.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. Someone called me like a Chewie once in referring to Chewbacca. So
Okay. That's interesting.
I have sworn off Starbucks.
Okay.
Starbucks, Star Wars ever since.
We haven't mentioned him yet, but Jeremy, I could just picture him being a total Star Wars fanatic.
Because of his anime on...
And he said he's geeky. Oh, and you're right, he has anime on his Instagram. Okay, so Kira is maybe for Will and maybe for Jeremy in my head, as of right now. Okay, the next girl is also someone I'm really excited to touch on and talk about. Cash. So she introduced herself as Cash, so we're going to call her that. She's 25 years old. She's from New York City. She's a waitress. I want to know where.
Yeah. I'm curious.
I wonder if someone could find that out for us or like leave it in the comments if you know where she works. Okay, so her fun facts are hilarious.
Yeah, these are just incredible.
And it's funny because we did the poll ranking to see where you guys swiped right and left for all the girls and where everyone kind of ranked. And Cash was ranked at the bottom, but after hearing this fun fact, so I already had this preconceived notion of her because I had read the fun fact, and so I was shocked to see that, and I think everyone's going to change their mind right now when you hear this.
It's beyond. She displaced her knee doing the WAP dance at a Halloween party last year while going down for the split part.
Her sister described her going down into the splits and the knee just went a little left. And the way she typed it out, she put like ... and her knee went a little too left.
It's iconic. It's iconic.
So
I mean, like,
funny.
she wins the show solely for that.
Oh my god.
I thought at first you were going to say, like, she split her pants, which would have been great, but, like, a full injury doing the WAP dance.
Placing her knee? That's commitment. And another thing she said is passions over letting life just happen. And this was from her tape. So she was like, I'm big into people that have passions and are, like, driven for something rather than just having, oh, life just comes to me or it just happens as we know it.
Right.
So I really liked that.
That's actually so interesting because I've never heard anyone say anything like that on there.
Me either. I thought that was cool.
That is cool. I like that.
And her laugh at the end of it is one that cracks. Like, you know how someone's laugh kind of like goes up and breaks off a little? It did that. I was like, okay, I need to hear more of this laugh. It makes me laugh.
Okay, so next we have Shannon, which actually Shannon is from where I live.
The actual hometown?
Yeah, I don't know her. She's younger, but we have a lot of mutual friends. She went to like one of my rival high schools. She's a controller at a construction company. So I want to know what this means because she applied. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. We might have to cut this out. But she applied to work at one of my best friend's father's companies. And he does kind of like that similar thing. Mm-hmm. But I was dying. I was like, this is so interesting.
No way.
Never judge a book by its cover.
I must have missed that. I glanced right over this. And
what is a controller at a construction company?
I don't know, but I would love to do.
Using the joystick to,
I don't know why, but I thought you were going to say something else, and I almost just absolutely lost it.
She seems like she's going to start a little something, just because she was the one that came off as,
look at me,
like a firecracker.
Yes,
yeah.
Firecracker is a good way to put it. I actually don't know if I could picture her staying on for the long haul.
That's what you said.
Based on the tape. Based on the tape that I saw, I can't picture her.
I don't know.
Every time I think she might step on her own shoes, kind of thing.
Every time I say that, like, I'm just completely wrong. So I'm not saying any predictions until I actually see them in action. Okay. I mean, Shannon, I've got her. She's from Pennsylvania. I've got to say, I want her to last the whole freaking season. But Elizabeth doesn't know if she's going to make it. But she could be a heartbreaker, which will leave some men with some severely broken hearts. And you know what's great for a broken heart?
Therapy. We can all agree that this past year has been tough and we could all use a little bit of therapy, a little bit of counseling. So if you're looking for a professional counselor to talk to and work through some things, you should definitely check out BetterHelp.
BetterHelp is a professional counseling service done securely online and it's available worldwide. That's amazing that it's
very nice. So with BetterHelp, you could start communicating with your own licensed therapist in under 48 hours. They'll assess your needs, match you with someone they think is a great fit, kind of like Love Island.
And you just log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. So you can talk to them at any time. From there, you can schedule weekly videos or phone sessions, whatever works best for you or makes you feel the most comfortable.
So BetterHelp is all about making great therapeutic matches, just like Love Island's about making great couple matches. So it's easy and free to change counselors if you need, just like there's recouplings on Love Island. And there's financial aid available if that's something that you might need as well. So just visit betterhelp.com/aftertheisland. That's better, BETTER-H-E-L-P to join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. So plus we have an offer for you. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/aftertheisland. That's right, we said get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/aftertheisland. And for all of our therapists out there, you can check out BetterHelp if you're actively looking for a new job. They're actively recruiting, and they have therapists in all 50 states.
Wow, incredible.
Speaking of predictions, a lot of these guys, I have predictions for them,
Mhm.
but I need to see how they interact with the women.
Right.
Because you could be all bark and have no bite.
Right.
And one example of that, we love you. We love you. We think you're great. Carrington, you were all bark, no bite. It was all, I'm top alpha dog, I'm alpha dog. You are not an alpha dog. We love you, but you are not an alpha dog. You're hilarious. Maybe not alpha, though.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, but he's so funny. He's great. I want to have him on soon.
Yeah, we're getting Carrington on whether he likes it or not.
Yes.
Jumping into the guys.
Corey,
28 years old.
Yes.
He's a rental car agent. Okay, all that came to my mind was, is he going to badger the shit out of everyone?
Oh my.
You know? Like a rental car agent?
I don't think rental car agents do that. I think like car salesmen would do that.
No, they're always trying to get you like to take the best deal, and they'll be like, this is a great car, and you get in it and
it smells like smoke.
Yeah, and they're like, we just cleaned it. You like open the center console, there's dirty tissues in there, and you're just like, but you are right, that's a used car salesman. So
Yes, and he's from Virginia Beach, which another one of the contestants is from there, so we're wondering if there's some overlap there.
Yeah, if they know each other.
I did make a note. He made a comment during his tape where he likes boofers, where like a girl's butt is a boofer. And I was like, okay, did you just pull straight from Jeremiah's wagon?
Yeah.
You totally pulled that from Jeremiah. I'm calling you out right now. I'm going to need to see some proof that you actually use this word in real life.
Yeah.
Also,
better change your Instagram captions right now.
I like wagon much better. Boofer to me is cringe. If he
I don't
says
even
this
know
and
what that
compliments
means.
someone on their boofer,
boofer.
I'm going to be cringing inside. That's
But
why I'm like, I
maybe
need to see him interact with this.
Maybe it'll be like UK where all of these lingo words start sticking, but wagon didn't stick, so I don't really know.
Stick, but I'm going to be pissed if boofer sticks because it is so cringe to me. I can't even say it. Like I'm saying it, and every time I say it, I like feel like I throw up a little bit in my mouth. So Corey,
we'll let Corey have that
We'll
one.
see how your word does. All right, the next contestant we have is Josh. He's 24 and
hot.
Yeah, he's hot.
He's 24.
Cute.
Oh god.
It's funny. My boyfriend and I were going through all the men, and he's like, "What's up with all the curly hair?" And I'm like, "I love the curly hair."
Yeah,
and
me
he's
too.
He's like, "Oh, I don't know about it." I'm like, "You have curly
Yeah,
hair."
what?
He's like, as he's like blow drying it straight. I'm like, "You have curly hair," but I like the curly hair.
Yeah,
It's cute.
Josh is very attractive.
Yeah, and he's from Massachusetts. Okay, what I picked up from his tape is he said he is pretty much a ghoster. He didn't use this term. I wrote it down, but he basically was like, I would bring girls home and then never talk to them again, and I was like, oh, so you're a ghoster. That's not good.
Who?
But he was very much along the lines of like, if I see you as just taking you home for the night material, then I'm gonna ghost you, and then if I see you as dating material, then I'm going to take you to dinner. But if I see you as relationship material, then you're my queen. And I'm like, oh, so we got categories for this.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I like that, to be honest.
I'm curious, has he ever had a queen?
Yeah, that's what I would like to know, too. That's a really fair point. Oh, and he said he likes the 2 Fs, fitness and family. But my thing is...
How did I miss that? Because I am so not about it anymore.
Fitness and family?
Just saying like the 2 Fs?
Yeah, he was a college athlete. He likes baseball, and he likes his family. But But for me, as he said this, and on my drive here, I was thinking about the 2 Fs, and I was like, I think I have 3. I think I need family, I need fitness, and I need, I should say friends, but I feel like friends are family.
Yeah.
Fashion. I kind
my
of like
God,
when a
I
guy
would
has a
say-
little bit of fashion sense.
Yeah. I mean, like, saying he has 2 Fs, that just gives me
I was going to
cringe
say I should never
vibes.
say that out loud.
Yeah,
but
please don't
I would
ever.
never say that.
We're not-
I'm not serious when I say
Elizabeth
this.
is not allowed to ever say
I'm
that
not
ever
serious when I
again.
say this, though. But I need to know if he is like a Carrington where he's all bark, no bite. Because he could have gone
Yeah,
out
he gives
here,
Carrington
set on the
vibes.
player, set on the ghoster,
Right.
and then been like, he could be the biggest puppy dog sob story following some girl around the villa the whole time.
It's true. It's
whining
true.
about her. So I need to just see what happens with him. But he's cute. And then there is Jeremy.
He's 27. Okay, so we
Yeah.
have some older men this time, which is very promising because we all know last year everyone was early 20s and it was made pretty clear that they were
Early 20s.
early 20s.
Yes. So it's nice. He gives me total Michael from season 1 vibes in his video.
See, he gives me Connor
the-
vibes.
I know you said that, but I just see Michael so much more than that.
Yeah.
Also, the personal trainer thing feels more Michael to
But
me.
so is Connor.
No, he's not. He's an auditor.
No, but he's like really into fitness too.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
But
the
he just
hopeless
seems like
romantic
very like
comment also
puppy
is more
dog. Like
Connor too, I guess.
yeah, like
Yeah, he said he's hopeless romantic, but I need you to ask him if he's seen Endless Love.
Yeah, I mean, like if he didn't, there's
You have to see that to be considered a hopeless romantic. And then he also said he's a butt guy. Okay, so we got
a butt guy.
we have
We
the
love to see
boofer,
it.
and now we have Jeremy the butt guy. the guy that likes butts too. But here's my thing. It's funny how they get these guys on the Love Island USA, version of the show, and they're all like, I'm all about the butt, I'm all about the butt. But UK, they're all about the boobs.
Yeah,
UK is all about
That
the
is
boobs.
true.
I also just, side note, think boobs are more trending right now than butts. So I'm shocked to be hearing this. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this either.
I
but
really am enjoying your body parts that are trendy.
I feel like boobs are more a thing right now, like on Instagram. Like, I feel like the butt shots are kind of phasing out, and I feel like the boob pics are a little more in.
But man,
Okay, so Jeremy also said in his tape that he's had 2 girlfriends in his whole life. And at first I was like, suspicious, only 2. And then I was like, is that like a normal number?
I think that's normal.
Is it?
How old is he? 27.
And then I was like, well, wait, maybe
Yeah.
if someone was like, I've had 5 girlfriends, I'd be like, wow, that's a lot. So
yeah, maybe they were
maybe I
super
can't
serious.
Yeah, they could be.
And long
He didn't
term.
say though.
He'll probably
But
tell us in the first episode.
He did say he wanted kids too, which I think is a sign of maturity. So I could see maybe him and Olivia together.
Yeah. But he's not going to want to play
She's too
games.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not.
He's a big nerd. He doesn't want to play games.
Yeah,
unless
maybe
they're-
Kira and him then, because they're both nerds and they like the Disney Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, that's
That could
true.
be a
That's
thing.
true.
And then there's Cinco. He's 25 years old. He's a delivery driver from Virginia. Cinco was the number of his football jersey.
Oh, so
his
he's
nickname came
5.
from. Yeah. Ocho Cinco.
Got it.
So he says he wasn't responsible with his power of being an athlete.
I know far
And
too many people with that
And
power.
I need to know if Cinco is going to be a repeat of any players we saw on past seasons because of having this, like, past athlete mentality.
Yeah.
And same goes for Josh, too. I need to see if they're really this whole athlete persona that they kind of get stereotyped with, or if they're not,
Right.
what comes along with that.
Especially since they're like mid-20s. They're what? Josh was 24, he's 25.
Mm-hmm.
That's like at the cusp where you're either maturing out of that stage and
Mhm.
figuring out, or you're stuck in it for quite some time.
Oh, no. Well,
Interesting.
it'll be
We'll see
interesting
if they
to see.
give us the F-boy vibes.
Yes. And then there's Christian. So I thought he was a really interesting pick.
Yes. He's from
He's
Hawaii,
very different.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Hawaii.
So, like, even the blonde tips of his hair and stuff, very beach surfer boy. He's 24 years old.
He owns a coffee company.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's very cool, especially at 24.
Yeah.
That's like kind of big.
Yeah, that's very nice.
He
I would
gives
like
me
to hear more
cash
about that.
vibes.
Okay,
He seems very like
does.
live life on the edge,
James,
gnarly, like yeah. I don't know, like, he didn't give us much, so I
need more. Yeah, like there was too little from him, but since he's from Hawaii, I would love to know if he knows Kira.
I feel like Hawaii is
it's too small. The island is how big?
Well, there's a bunch of islands, but I feel like the people that actually grow up there and live there, they all live in a certain area and they all know each other. Yeah,
I feel like they all know each other.
I totally agree.
Especially if they're both like fitness, surfer, board activity.
They're shredded in the Nord together.
They have to know each other. There has to be some kind of overlap. Okay, so next going into my favorite boy.
Oh my god.
Everyone get ready for it. Will, okay. Why did they have this on my season?
Shocker.
I know. I literally said in my intro tape, I was like, I love foreign men and all their accents. So, yeah, he's got a thick accent, but here's my problem. I can understand accents very well. Other people cannot. I'm worried about the girls being able to understand him and that barrier being there, if they'll understand the humor, because humor kind of changes between, you know, regions and countries. So it'll be interesting to see if he can really connect with someone on a deep level, because sometimes that barrier can be hard to break through.
Right. I'm curious about where he moved to, because his occupation is a bud tender. So for anyone who doesn't know, I feel like I feel like I'm the only person who would know this. Like, I don't know.
A friend and she was like, how do you not know what that means? Okay. So I think people do know what it means.
Okay. So he's a bud tender, and that's basically, he sells weed at a legal store. Legally, obviously. But it's basically like a bartender. He did not say legally, but he's basically a bartender, but for weed. So I'm sure he moved to California.
Think? I was thinking more Denver, but no.
Yeah, Colorado.
Maybe New York. Does New York even have that? Or where he's from?
That's what I'm curious
since it's more of a melting pot.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's Miami? Actually, I don't know then. I don't know where he's from. But the dimples are cute. And that's the last thing I have to say about Will.
Elizabeth's also, like, please come off single.
No, I want him to match it with Kira.
Okay. I can see that.
I think they would do well together. I feel like they would vibe. And then there's Giovanni.
So he's 26 and he's a real estate investor. So that's a pretty legit job.
Yeah.
He's probably making a lot of money.
He said too, like, he's his own boss and he likes that and he can travel for work. So he's definitely doing well.
Okay, cool. Good. He's from Florida.
Okay. He had the funniest energy in his tape. I know this is what Alex is laughing at in my notes. His energy was so funny. He's like slipping and sliding all across the floor of the little booth room that you film your intro in. And I'm like, what is he doing? He's like doing little like donuts with his legs and like penguin slides across. He's got some energy.
That is hilarious.
That's pretty wild. So he describes himself as being very goofy, and you can definitely see the quirkiness come through him.
Yeah.
During that. Honestly, I think they did a really good job on all the people, so I feel like it's going to be a tough time. I think there's going to be a lot of people stepping forward. I think in some Love Island seasons, you see girls are hesitant to step forward because they don't like the guys at first.
Yeah.
But I could see a lot of step forwards happening for a lot of these guys, which is a good thing.
Do you think that whoever the first guy to come in is going to get... just to follow the trend?
The first guy never does unless they throw in... Honestly, I don't know. It probably will follow the trend, but I could see, honestly, Josh just has such the player confidence mentality that I could see if he was the first, someone stepping forward, but I don't think they'll do that because I think they'll be using him as a bombshell.
I totally agree, too. I think he's coming in the next day or that night with another guy. I'm not sure,
I think it will be with maybe Cinco.
Because he's...
Just the athlete with him, like the two athlete boys coming in together.
Yeah, that's very true. And they were very confident. Yeah, they'll be best friends walking in.
So it'll be really interesting to see how everybody ends up.
Send us your lunch table
Yes,
thoughts.
We want to do the lunch table thoughts.
And if you guys don't know what it is, go look on Instagram.
Yes.
It's on our Instagram, and it was so much fun. We all were just dying at the tables people were picking.
It's hilarious. We're also on our Instagram going to be putting up a story for you guys to submit who you would like to see as our first guest coming on the show. We want to have a lot of special guests, a lot of people from Season 2 coming on before the Season 3 Islanders get booted. And also some from Season 1 as well we'd love to have on here. So send in who you'd like to see on here, as well as any other reality TV guests. We're open to having them too, or just anyone, honestly.
So this was just a little pre-episode before getting into the thick of it. into the thick of it. And as you know, just a reminder, we will be live Monday through Friday, 9:30 Pacific Standard Time, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube. If you can't catch it, you can always watch it back. It'll be up immediately after we live stream. And if you're on the go and you like listening to podcasts, you can listen to our podcast anywhere that podcasts are available.
Yes, and thank you for watching After the Island. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, HelloFresh and BetterHelp, for their support of our show. So check them out, use our codes we provided for you, and the details will be right down below in the notes of this video. Also, thanks again to Forever Dog Podcast Network. And remember, you can listen to us via podcast too, so just search for After the Island on your favorite podcast app and follow us.
Yeah,
So,
follow us on all social media.
yes, we will link them below.
Alex Stewart 11,
Ewebs
Ewebs with 2 Z's,
and-
After the Island,
Yes.
and keep up to date with it. We're going to be getting into the thick of it
Yes.
real quick.
And we're super excited. We can't wait. So we'll see you guys for our first live video.
Yes, get ready.
Bye.